intrigue and deception that would put Lord Lolorito to shame. Tell them the truth, Zolxagil. The whole truth. What? There's more twists? What is happening? Figured it out, have you? Do you still have the soul I left you at 100 Throws? Oh yes, here. This soul once belonged to the first captain of the Sultansworn, the first paladin who wielded Oathkeeper. Once it shone with a resplendent light, as did Oathkeeper, but now both have lost their luster. Guess he wasn't in the dead guy's armor, because the dead guy has his armor. I have the sword, and everything I have done, that I have made you all do, has been for the sole purpose of making it shine once more. Okay. Of course, it's so simple. Wait, no, it's not. It's needlessly complicated. What of your soul, the one you gave to Evan when we first met? I have yet have it, Zolxagil. Take it and restore Oathkeeper's light with your own. Once a man has left the Sultansworn, he cannot return. My soul will no longer suffice. All I can do is show another the way, and ask that he do the same for his brothers and sisters. But he does not yet stand above all others. Not until he has bested me. Draw your sword, Evan, the time has come. It is, yeah, this headgear is lovely. Alright. Now we're fighting this guy, who was dead for most of this expansion, but not really. Anyway. That did not take long. Because I have it set on very easy for New Game Plus, but... At long last, a paladin who can make it shine again. Not these two, though. They have already yielded dominance to someone else, I guess. Anyway, now I'm the paladin. The special paladin. Behold, Oathkeeper, bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultansworn, stolen under my watch by the minions of the Monetarists. For years I sought to reclaim it, to redeem myself for my failure. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. 30 years I aspired to those ideals. 30 years I tried to live up to the example set by our founder, so revered that his very soul crystal would be set in Oathkeeper's pommel. For those legendary captains of Eld, the sword would shimmer with such brilliance that the night would be as day. Again, all of the things about the Sultanate, I'd like to go back to the fact that at the beginning of this questline, I was suspected of having assassinated the Sultana. They should have cared. Yet for the 30 years I wore it, it shined for me but once. That was before it was taken from me, before I forswore my oath so I could reclaim it. Evan, through all your trials and tribulations, you have remained true to yourself and to Eorzea. You continue to be an inspiration to us all. Come, take up Oathkeeper, raise it aloft, and let it shine forth as a beacon unto all. Sure, alright. Is this thing broken? There we go. Just had to put new batteries in it, right? Here you go. Take it back. I don't need it. I have a better one. You were always my first choice, Evan. Young Taint was incentive, motivation, though in the end he proved himself to be so much more. You're a right bastard, you know that? Doing all this just to make a bloody sword shine? Praise Halonai that I found a proper mentor in Evan. You're not wrong. Well, I may not be the chosen one, but I'm still a free paladin. That is the path I've chosen for myself, and on it I will stay. Well said. It would not do for you to be so easily discouraged. Genlands, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Is he capable? Is anyone here capable? You've done it again, Evan. Oathkeeper may not shine for me as it did for you, but perhaps in time it will. But even should it not, I will not lose heart, for a paladin's virtue is not in the radiance of his blade, but in the righteousness of his actions. By what we decide to do every day, we will be good men, or not. Buddy. Sulxagil, Oathkeeper has returned to the Sultan Sworn. Will you not return to us as well? You got better things to do? As a friend and ally, perhaps, but not as a brother. Some bonds, once broken, cannot be mended. Buddy! Like you could. It'd be fine. I thank you, Evan, for all you have done. How strange that we must turn to a free paladin rather than one of our own to show us the way. Yet I suppose it is not the first time, is it? Okay, so, like, what was that? We're not even done with this quest, but what? Why? None of that made any sense. What was the point of that? What was the point of the whole, like, dominance thing? Why? Why was that necessary? Were they just looking for a reason to make us fight each other? I don't know. It would seem that some questions weren't meant to be answered, and we must simply deal with it. Yeah. Like this entire quest line. If you still mean to ask how I planned it all, don't. You wouldn't believe me anyway. No, I want to know. So, that's it then. You're leaving? Ul'dah beckons, and besides, I've nothing left to teach you. Then I wish you well on your journey, and pray that you find happiness there. I'm coming back, you know. There's an awful lot of work to be done in Falcon's Nest, and I did make a promise to 100 Eyes. Oh, then I'll see you when you return. We should head back too, Evan. Yes. No. For the length of exactly one quest, we have this weird thing about dominance in the Paladin soul crystals. And then it's never mentioned again. Like, did somebody get fired in the middle of it? I don't know. It's just, what even? I'm still not quite sure what it was all for, but it seems to have ended well enough. Yeah. Well enough because it's ended. I suppose you ought to get back to your grand adventures, and me to my paladining, or whatever you call it. Right then, it's been a pleasure. Oh, but I warn you, the next time we cross blades, I mean to win. Fare thee well. Okay. So dumb. So dumb. So the Stormblood ones literally drop all of that. I will at the very least start them. Actually, I might do all of them just cause. But like, They go back to the plot they were doing with the like before you were a paladin, because all of that was so fucking stupid. What am I doing? I think that's where I need to go. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. They never mention that nonsense about the soul crystals ever again. Because it doesn't matter. At all. And, like, I love the lamp shading of, like, none of this makes any sense. Because it fucking doesn't. So, did the person who was supposed to be making it make sense get fired and somebody else had to finish it? Or, like, what happened here? Evan, precisely the man I wish to see. I have something in my care for you. An invitation to a fighting tournament to be held at the Colosseum. Not just any tournament, mind you, but the prestigious Ul Cup, founded by His Royal Majesty Sasagan Usisigan, the first Sultan of Ul'dah. 'Tis nigh as old as the nation itself. Lest you wonder why you are unfamiliar with so old and prestigious a tournament, it's because it has not been held in generations. At the Sultana's behest, it has been revived, and she now extends an invitation to Eorzea's finest swordsmen. It stands to reason that your name would appear among this exalted company, and doubt not but that her grace should be pleased for your participation. So, can we expect you to fight in the tournament? Sure. Wonderful. By witnessing you in combat, I dare say all us Sultan-sworn, both fresh recruits and veterans alike, stand to gain something in our duty to protect. The champion will be awarded a tome said to hold the secret techniques of the first captain of the Sultan-sworn. With such an enticing prize on offer, no small number of invitees have already confirmed their participation, I myself included. You should confirm yours as well by making yourself known to the tournament registrar on the Royal Promenade. Yep. That's over here. All of that nonsense about dominance and Oathkeeper and the honor of the Sultan-sworn, nobody cares. So, we're having a tournament! Greetings to you, good sir. You're come to enter the Ul Cup? Your invitation, if you would be so kind. Yes, everything appears to be in order. On behalf of the committee, I bid you welcome to the tournament. Wait, you're participating too? To think that I might have the chance to cross swords with a fabled hero such as you. The tournament cannot begin soon enough. You needn't wait long, for the opening ceremony will begin any time now. I'm told a number of participants have already gathered before the Gladiators Guild. Perhaps you might like to join them. Whee! Oh, look, it's Taint. Hey, buddy. Evan, it's good to see you. Am I correct in assuming you're participating in the tournament? Wonderful. Raw though I still am, I also received an invitation. Captain Genlin's work, I suspect. But know that I do not intend to simply make up the numbers. Since last we met, I've trained without cease. Such improvements I have made, I hope to demonstrate to you in a rematch. Let's see. You got business with me? Too bad, I've none with you. Okay. Leave me be and find someone else to bother, like Milla. You're fighting in the tournament? You look pretty strong, but it's Black Altus that's gonna win. That's Lotus, Black Lotus. Yeah, what he said. He's the strongest and he always protects me. If you fight him, you better watch out. Evan, have you spoken with the captain? He's holding on to your invitation. Yeah, Already entered. Marvelous! We're all looking forward to witnessing your skill at arms, and if the gods are good, I shall witness them up close and personal. Why are people excited about fighting me? You're gonna get your asses kicked. Hey, buddy. Evan, a pleasure as always. Are you perchance entering the tournament? Well then, this has become infinitely more interesting. Lest you wonder, I'm joining the field as a representative of the Temple Knights. For the honor of our order, I have every intention of winning. Do not hold back, my friend, because neither will I. If I don't hold back, you all will die. And what can I do for you this most beauteous of afternoons? Shall I sign your flyer with my mark, perhaps? I love this guy. This guy makes me laugh. A contestant? Really? Well, then you would do well to pray you're not drawn against me. Buddy, you've heard of me, buddy. Before my beauteous skills, your defeat is all but assured. Genuinely thinks he's too pretty to lose. Hi, Mila. Well, if it isn't Evan. That you would visit us at this juncture could only mean one thing. You're entering the Earl Cup. Good, good. You're one of our very best, and it pleases me to see you continue seeking new challenges. And mark my words, this will be a challenge the likes of which you have never experienced. This tournament brings together the realm's finest. If you are to rise above them, nothing less than the complete preparation will suffice. Speaking of preparation, have you been apprised of the rules? There are rules? Then allow me to explain. The tournament is elimination. You lose, you go home. You win, you advance to the next match, and on it goes until a champion emerges. Combatants are initially divided into two groups, Nald and Thal. Sounds fancy, but they're simply labels given to two branches of the tournament tree. Look, Evan, one of your potential opponents. Knowing is half the battle, and you do well to learn all you can of the competition. Oh dear, is it that time already? The opening ceremony is about to commence. Shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, today I bid you welcome to the Colosseum for a truly special event. To introduce it, it gives me great pleasure to call upon Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Namo. Generations ago, my ancestor, Sasagan ul Sisigan, founded a tournament to celebrate the skill of our nation's finest swordsmen. 100 years have passed since it was last held. By this declaration, I do hereby revive the Ul Cup. Let it be known that all proceeds from this event shall go towards our continuing refugee relief efforts. My dear combatants, my fellow citizens and I look forward to an inspiring performance from all of you. May Naldthal give strength to your sword arms. We are going to continue with these because I do actually like the weird little subplot. Thank you, Your Grace. Next, I would invite Master Adrian, Colosseum columnist for the Mithril Eye, to share some insights into our combatants. What are your impressions of the field, Adrian? Well, Dower, I'd say it's as diverse a field as I've seen on the Blood Sands. In addition to everyone's favorite gladiators and your friendly neighborhood Sultan Sworn, we have an Ishgardian knight as well as an acclaimed adventurer. Truly a colorful cast of characters, all of whom bring their unique take on swordplay. With such an eclectic mix of fighting styles clashing, would you say we're in for a veritable treat for the senses? Yes, I would, Dower. At this stage, it's anyone's guess who will claim the title. But one thing is certain. When the match bell rings, you cannot afford to bat your eyelids. Keep watching this space, for the preliminary rounds are about to begin. Having fun reading the announcer things. Yeah. And I just keep getting them from Mila because, like... It begins, Evan. There are 8 combatants in each group, meaning you must triumph in 3 bouts in order to advance to the final. And the opponent for your first bout is Bartholomew of the Sultan Sworn. Defeat him, and you will face the next victor of another pairing, and so on. Needless to say, each encounter will be more difficult than the last. But one fight at a time. The tournament registrar will call you when it's time to take to the Blood Sands. Go now, and good luck. I honestly kind of pity anyone who's seated against me. Sucks to be y'all. Ha! To think I would draw you for my very first opponent. I thank the heavens, even as I curse them. But no matter who my opponent may be, I shall fight with all my being, for the pride of the Sultan's sword. See you on the blood sands, my friend. It is time, my lord. Pray see to your final preparations, and let me know when you're ready to proceed. Go ahead and do this, because we're just going through for plot. There we go. Is anyone surprised? Hey, Gus. You shouldn't be surprised. I'm the Warrior of Light. Dude got wrecked. Yeah. Dude got so wrecked, I didn't have time for my things to come off cooldown between fights. Come on. That's fair, guys. Suppose I can zoom out a little. No, I suppose I should probably take care of that, whatever it is. That sounds like fun, Gus. Yay, I have won my group. You're not wrong, Drake. That concludes all the matches for the Thal group, and what heart-stopping encounters they were. They really weren't. Verily, Dower, the crowd expected and the combatants delivered, not least of all the group winner, Evan Aloran, who carved a convincing path to the final. Shall we retrace his steps for those who came in late? You read my mind. Evan's first match pitted him against Bartholomew. The Sultan Sworn fought with heart, but in the end he was outclassed by the Star Adventurer. Though he can take pride in his effort, unfortunately he had to take his leave of the tournament. There was no getting past Evan, who went on to face the hulking Bronze Bull. A veteran of countless matches here in the Colosseum, you could say that he had the ground advantage. From the onset, the man brought his prodigious strength to bear, unleashing wave upon wave of punishing attacks, but Evan calmly weathered them all to emerge the victor. With that, he advanced to the Thal's group final match against Handalu of the Temple Knights. Employing blistering techniques seldom seen this side of Eorzea, the Ashgardian visitor looked dangerous indeed. If truth be told, for a moment I feared for Evan, but the adventurer dug in deep to secure a victory, and a place in the Yule Cup final. Ah, the mere remembering of it sets my heart racing like a runaway chocobo. Take deep breaths, my friend, for there's still more excitement to come. The Nald group matches are due to commence shortly, with the likes of First Sword Milla taking to the Blood Sands. What have I done to deserve such a treat? I won't be missing these matches, and neither should any of you. But I'm not fighting in them. All unfolds as anticipated. Good. Sneaky little fox. The free paladin I told you about is living up to expectations, aye? That he is. Keep up your winning ways, my friend, and win us a fortune. Hey, buddy. Evan, you were magnificent. Our match will remain etched in my memory and inspire me always. I had absolutely no answer to you. Such precious things you must have protected to become so strong. Sure. As you know, we Sultansworn live to protect Her Grace. By any measure, this is a vital duty, and ever do I strive to be worthy of the role. But crossing swords with you this day, it has given me to think that perhaps it is not enough. Whatever it is that I yet lack, mayhap I shall find it in witnessing you. I thought I had something of a chance, but I was clearly getting ahead of myself. You gave me a thorough schooling, and I mean to take the lesson to heart. Though my tournament may be over, I shall remain in Ul'dah to watch the matches to come, and I believe I speak for all of us here when I wish you the best of luck. Our hopes go with you now, my friend. Oh, a woman named Mila was looking for you. If you haven't already spoken with her, mayhap you should seek her out. So yes, all of the stuff about Oathkeeper and Sultansworn, and nope, we're ignoring that. None of that matters. A place in the final. I knew you had it in you, but to witness it all unfold was nothing short of awe-inspiring. The winner of the Nald group will square off against you for the title, and suffice it to say, I intend to be that person. I shall see to it that a match between us becomes a reality, and I hope that I can count on your support. Yeah, sure. The Nald group matches are about to begin. As you will eventually be fighting one of us, I suggest you watch every match closely. The tournament usher outside will grant you access to the viewing gallery. Now then, I'd best set about my preparations. Let us speak again later. Where am I going? Greetings, my lord. Will you be watching the Nald group matches? Yeah, sure. And so the Nald group has been pared down to 2 combatants. While we wait for their match to begin, let's look back over the group's notable encounters. In the first round, local darling Franz the Fair crossed blades with Constaint, free paladin of Ishgard. Though the pundits tipped Franz as the outright favorite, the younger Constaint refused to be cowed, tenaciously staying in the game before landing a single mighty blow that ended the proceedings. Undoubtedly one of the upsets of the tournament, and most upsetting for all the maidens the realm over. Because Franz the Fair's whole thing is being pretty. By that victory, Constaint booked a meeting with First Sword Mila, who had predictably triumphed in her own opening match. For those of you who were banking on another upset, however, it was not to be. From the opening moments, it was plain from his sluggish movements that Constaint's earlier exertions had taken their toll. Meanwhile, the First Sword was all business. With her textbook-perfect technique and methodical maneuvering, she took firm control of the halfway mark, and didn't let go until her opponent was on his knees. I believe preparations for the tournament's penultimate match are in order. Mila, First Sword of the Gladiators Guild, will take the arena against